Welcome to the Watchful Citizen. This is a show sponsored by the Lancaster County Democrats. My name is Barbara Baier, and I'm your host today. Today, we're delighted to have a really great candidate for Congress for District Number 1, and this is Max Yashirin. And did I say that right?
You got it almost close, Yashirin, but it's okay.
Good. Well, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me on the show today.
Good. Now, tell us a little bit about yourself. Before we started the show, you started to tell me a little bit about your family. Could you share?
Oh, absolutely. My family, I'm originally from Russia, and that's where I was born, and I am the oldest of 4 brothers. I'm the oldest, Max, and then I have Nick, Dennis, and Lev. And we moved over here back in 1990 from Russia, and we moved to Lincoln, straight to Lincoln. And I went to Sacred Heart Elementary School. After that, went on to Lincoln Northeast High School, where I graduated from. And some of my activities in high school were swimming on the swim team, also played the cello, and we're really a musical family. My mother is a piano teacher, and she teaches fine art at Southeast Community College. And so there's a lot of that musical and sports activities going on. And then after I graduated Lincoln Northeast, 2 weeks after that, shipped off to boot camp. And I shipped off to the Marine boot camp in San Diego. And couldn't wait to leave my drill instructors there. But 2 weeks before my graduation from boot camp, actually that's when 9/11 occurred for me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's one of those moments in my life that I'm sure you have one of those moments too, where you know where you were, you know what you were doing, you know what the surroundings were. I mean, just everything just was so spot on, and you don't ever forget that day. And so that's what kind of 9/11 it was for me. And then I came back and I started attending University of Nebraska, Lincoln, majoring in international business. And I was activated to go serve in Iraq in 2004. So I went over there, and then when I came back, I didn't go back to school right away. I worked at Pershing Center for a while. And then I decided that I really do need to go get my degree, so I enrolled back at the University of Nebraska, Lincoln, and actually just graduated about a month ago. So
well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Appreciate it.
Well, now tell us, it seems like when I've talked with you before that your Iraq experience, your service experience has really kind of motivated you on this campaign for Congress. Could you tell us about that?
Well, for me, the reason I actually joined the Marines, and for me it was just always because when we moved here, this country has provided me so many opportunities, and to my brothers so many opportunities, that we probably would not have had if we were still living in Russia at the time. And so I'm really extremely grateful and thankful for that opportunity, and so I really wanted to give something back to this country, and actually that's why I joined the Marines. And it's being in the military is one of those deals that it really builds character in a person, I think, and it builds a sense of pride and responsibility in the country that you live in. And for me, serving in Iraq was, I was happy to do. I was, glad to go and serve my country. But I guess what made me run for this office is just the way I saw certain aspects of the war going, just kind of made you question it, and so many other people are questioning it also. And what I mean by that is, when you're going to send young men and women of this country to go fight a war, you better make sure that they have the proper resources to do that job, especially when it comes to life and death. There's no reason that we should have military personnel over there, and I'm talking about when this was 2004, 2005 with the whole up armor fiasco. We should be able to provide our troops the proper resources to do that job, the up armor. I remember going on a couple convoys that we did not have any up armor. I remember a Humvee that we didn't have doors, not even clock doors.
A Humvee with no doors?
Well, no, because it's warm out there, so, some air going through the vehicle is pretty good. But there were, that was before all the IDs and everything started really happening and really impacting the news media here back home. And I just think that, the military really dragged their feet. The government dragged their feet in providing the proper funding and getting those up-armored vehicles out there into the field so we could actually take and have full use of them. And then when I came back, I saw a lot of what I was really disappointed in Walter Reed Army Medical Center that was just a
yeah.
complete disgrace to me. I just cannot believe that even
Horrible.
was allowed to happen under our watch here, under this administration's watch. And I personally have friends that have post-traumatic stress disorder, and they're not getting the help that they need. I mean, these are this country's people. These are the future leaders of this country that decided to serve their country in a military manner and risk everything, and then come home and not to have the proper health benefits provided to them is really disgraceful. Really, I don't think that's what our country really is all about.
So that's what you would like to go and change if you got into Congress?
Yeah, absolutely.
You would be there for veterans?
Absolutely. I think that's what they really have dropped the ball on, and I think we really need some boots on the ground in Washington to change, the failed policies of the last 8 years.
Sure.